Hi everyone. Okay, I have an update on the story from yesterday of the officer involved shooting here around, um, it's in Danville, Indiana. And this is an article that came out on Fox 59 News. And a man killed Monday outside the Hendricks County Courthouse in Danville reportedly fired a gun before deputies shot him. Family members of the man say they think he was targeting an inmate charged in the car crash that killed his two great grandchildren. The shooting happened just before 1 p.m. Monday when deputies parked a van outside the courthouse while transporting several inmates from jail. As they exited their vehicle, an adult male who was waiting outside the courthouse reportedly pulled out a gun and pointed it at them. The man reportedly fired one shot, according to police. The two deputies then returned fire, striking the man. It is not clear how many shots they fired. The man fell to the ground after being shot and was later pronounced dead on scene. A gun was later found near his body, according to the Indiana State Police. And no police officers, deputies, or uninvolved citizens were injured in the shooting. Now, here they talk about the possible motive. The family of Mark Vawater said he was the man whom deputies shot and killed. Indiana State Police later confirmed this, saying the water was 65-year-old Plainfield resident. Mark is reportedly the great-grandfather of Aries and Iris, two young children who died in February after a fiery crash that began as a police pursuit. Iris, a 2-month-old infant girl, died immediately after the crash, while 3-year-old Aries later died from severe burn injuries. This is their pictures. The fatal crash happened on February 5th, 2025 in Hendricks County. Plainfield police say an Avon police officer attempted to pull over a gray car near US 40 and Ronald Reagan Parkway. Witnesses said the speeding car drove into the intersection, colliding with a car occupied by the two children and sending it flipping down the road and up into flames. Shadow Moore was also inside the car and severely injured. Sadani Pettit was soon arrested in connection to the crash. Pettit, who was on probation for a separate charge at the time of the crime, was charged with auto theft, resisting arrest, and causing death while operating a motor vehicle. Online court records show that Pettit was scheduled to appear Monday in a Hendricks County court for an initial hearing. However, the hearing was rescheduled for June 3rd. Some family members of Mark say that they believe Mark thought that Pettit would still be in court on Monday, which is why he was standing armed outside the courthouse. One family member said they believe he may have been attempting suicide by cop. One family member said Mark had been going through a mental health crisis since the crash, and that he has had health issues for around a decade. Mark's son, Alan, said his dad suffered from multiple systems atrophy, a condition that put him in a constant state of vertigo that caused balance and speech issues. He most likely, very likely, had it in his mind that he was going to seek revenge today, Alan said. I had no idea he was planning or even capable of something like this. Speculation. He may have been in the mindset of taking revenge and at the same time relieving himself of his condition. I'll put it that way. The ISP is now leading the investigation into the shooting. Cameras reportedly captured the entire incident on video and will now be reviewed to gather information on what happened. Investigators are just getting here to answer all the questions we have. ISP Sergeant John Perrine said in a briefing around 2:20, "This is a small town. This is a rural community. We have the attention of the entire community right now." Perrine said the investigation is still in its very early stages. These are complex investigations, he said. It takes a long time. We don't expect this to be a quick investigation tonight. Per standard protocol, the deputies involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave. The Hendricks County prosecutor and coroner are also investigating, along with the Danville Police Department. And no other information was immediately provided by ISP, and it'll be updated once there is more info. So I just wanted to bring you this quick update, so that way we had some answers maybe of what had taken place yesterday. All right. Thank you all. I'm so glad that you listened. And remember, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much. I'll see you at the next one.